Hello, beautiful yogis. We're going to do a series to open up our feet, our knees, and our hips. This will be two-part. So the first being more of a low impact, gentle opening of the feet, ankles, knees, and hips. And then the second one getting a little bit deeper into those areas and requiring a little bit more strength. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with our low impact practice. We'll need, as usual, a small dog, a mat, a blanket, blocks, strap. That is what we'll be working with today for our low impact foot exercise. Now, if you'd like to also begin with rolling out the feet, that is advantageous as well. If you have decided, oh, Tracy, I don't have time to roll out my feet, that's fine. Go ahead and skip this portion, and I'll indicate how we can skip forward in the profile of the movie. So here we go, of the movie, the profile of the video. So we're rolling out the right foot, taking it under the foot, going back and forth. Good, making sure to get into all three arches of the feet. Beautiful. And when we're feeling good with that, we'll take the heel to the ground, place the ball of the foot on our little ball and squish. Good, and bring it up. And that's 2, 3, nice exhale, 4, and 5. Excellent. All right, rolling out the foot once again, getting into all three arches of the feet. When we're ready, ball of the foot on the ground, heel is now on the ball, a little bit of the ball sticking out from behind, the pad of the foot, the heel of the foot, and coming down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Rolling out the foot once again. And when we're ready, taking our toes to the ground, bringing the ball into the center of the foot, and we're coming down for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent work. We'll skip taking the leg out in front of the body and just go right into rolling our opposite foot. So once again, getting into all three sides of the feet. Or of the foot. Good. When we're ready, heel to the ground, ball of the foot on the ground or on the ball, and we exhale. 1. Good. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Rolling out the foot. Okay, next we'll target our heel. Ball of the foot on the ground, heels on the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Rolling out the ball and the heel and the sole of the foot. Okay, ball of the foot on the ground. We have the ball now under the center of the foot, heels hanging off the back, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent job. Okay, let's move our ball out of the way. come into a nice, comfortable stance, making sure we're grounded in our feet, bringing our hands to our hips. We can either lift one foot, good, with our hands on our hips, or we can hold on to a chair or the wall or whatever feels right for you. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. Leg comes down, transferring the weight, bringing up the opposite foot for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful job. Both feet on the ground. Good. We'll inhale. Bring both arms all the way up to the sky. As we exhale, we can pull the hands down to the hips as the torso comes forward, or sweep them all the way down to the ground. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Maybe the chin lifts as well, opening the front of the body. Exhale, arms sweeping all the way down, or take them back to the hips, whatever works for you. Good, we'll do this twice more. Inhale, lifting, fingers touch, chin reaches. Exhale, release down to where it is comfortable for you. Last one, here we go. Pressing evenly into both feet as we come all the way up. Beautiful. Exhale, take it all the way back down. Nice and easy. Awesome job. Okay, placing our hands on the earth, we'll step our feet back so we can lower to the knees. And then sliding the right leg back and behind us, let the toes catch the mat so we can exhale and push back into the heel and open the back of the right leg. Good, inhale forward. Exhale, release. Inhale. Good, as we exhale back, maybe the head drops. As we inhale forward, we can lift the head, reach through the crown, and then exhale, drop the head, push up in between the shoulder blades, heel dropping back. Inhale, it's our last one. Go ahead and take the heel back. Good, push the heart up, drop the head down. And then staying here, we can continue to breathe, but gently rock side to side. So transferring the weight of the torso more into the right palm and then into the left. One more big breath in. Good, and taking our right knee next to the left. Beautiful. Pressing into both hands, we'll push up through the heart center. And exhale, release the heart center down. Good. Little heart push up. And a heart release. Now, if we'd like, we can take a full cat pose, dropping the tailbone and head. And cow, lifting the tailbone and head. So decide what works best for you. We'll do 3 more. When we get to that last one, there's no rush. We'll come back in with a neutral spine and inhale, left leg this time back and behind. Ready? Sink into that left heel and bring it forward. Exhale, left heel sinks back. Beautiful, and bring it forward. As the left heel sinks back, we can drop the head and bring it forward. Left heel sinks back, drop the head, push into the hands, reach up through the heart, bring it forward. And it's our last one. Take it back, push into the hands, lift up through the heart, head's dropping, and maybe we're gently rocking back and forth, transferring the weight of the torso into the left palm and then the right. One more big breath in. Beautiful work. Take the left knee next to the right. Awesome. Okay, hips to the heel. Stretching our shins open in our hero pose. Nice. Draw the shoulders back and behind you. We'll take our hands behind the hips a little bit and then flip the hand around so that the heel of the hand is facing forward to the knee, fingers behind you. Good, pressing down into the fingertips. See if we can lift the shoulders a little bit. Maybe shine the heart up to where the ceiling and wall meet in front of you. Good, keeping the forehead broad and open. Couple more breaths here, letting the shoulder blades hug in on the back. One more big breath in. Beautiful. And then taking arms back down and around. Excellent. Okay, our feet are coming out from underneath us. And we're taking the legs out. Good, stretching them out. Now, this is an excellent opportunity to grab our pillows or blankets, particularly if sitting with straight legs is not comfortable, so that we're able to keep the spine as tall as possible. So we just pop the blanket, good, or the pillow under our hips, stretching the legs out. And we'll begin by just doing a gentle bouncing of the leg. Good, let's get that lymph moving. Nice. Good, we're almost there. Just keep it going. Okay, when we're ready, we're drawing the right leg back toward the body, holding on to the belly of our right thigh, lifting the foot off the ground, and we begin with some ankle rolls, just like we started with. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful, opposite direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ready? Big inhale. Now let's use that exhale to extend the heel away from the body, straighten the leg, and then inhale back in toward the body. Awesome. Exhale, maybe the toes flex back to the knee. Inhale toward the body. Exhale, push through that heel a little more. Good, one more. Inhale to the body. And exhale, leg extends nice and long. Beautiful. Okay, drop the shin down to the ground. 5 circles with our shin. And what we're looking for is that pivoting of the hip. Good, so that we can keep the back limber. Nice. Introduce some more fluid into the pelvic bowl and hip. 4 and 5. Beautiful. Switch directions. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Here we go. 5. Beautiful. Taking that leg down to the ground, we're going to press the sole of the right foot into the left thigh and let the right knee drop out. If it doesn't drop down comfortably, grab your block and place it under the knee. Okay, it's time for our strap. So finding our strap, we will be unfurling our strap. Good, and lassoing the ball of the left foot. All right, here we go. We have 3 fingers, taking 3 fingers, diving them down so the pinky and the thumb are on the outside of the strap. Good, and then drop the elbows. Pull the thumbs back toward the chest and reach up through the crown of the head. Beautiful. Here we go. Exhale, drawing the toes to the knees, sitting up as tall as you can. And then inhale, give yourself some slack. We'll do that 4 more times. Exhale, pull back on the straps, sit up tall. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Okay, for these next 2, here we go. Exhale, pull back more on the big toe side. Good, and then inhale away. And now the pinky toe side. Exhale, pull back more on the pinky toe side. Excellent work, and take it away. Good. We'll release the foot. Slide the right leg long. Draw the left heel back. Holding onto the belly of the left thigh. Lift the foot. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Turn the ankle in the opposite direction for 1, 2, 3. I'm always amazed how many bones adjust when I do this. And 5. Ready, heel away. Exhale, stretch the back of the leg and inhale up. Exhale, release. Inhale. We have 3 more. Make them work for you. Good. Maybe just 1 more. Good. Ready? Circle with the shin. 1. Looking for that hip pivot. 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then opposite direction. 2. Beautiful. 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. Okay. The left foot now pressing into the right thigh. We can grab our block if we want to help support the knee if it's a lot of tension in the groin. And then finding our strap, we will place the strap across the ball of the right foot. Now that's important. We want it right below the toes so we can get that optimal pullback on the foot. If they're at the toes, it might hyperextend the toes. If it's below the toes, we won't get as much motion of the ankle. Okay, here we go. 3 fingers, dive them down, elbows down, chest up, inhale big, and exhale, pull the toes back. Inhale away. Exhale, pull the toes back, sit up as tall as you can. Inhale away. We have 3 more of these. Good, that's our 3rd. And for the next 2, we'll add a little variation. Pull back more on the pinky toe side of the foot. Good, and then next will be the big toe. Pull back a little more on the big toe side of the foot. Beautiful, and let go. Nice job. Taking the strap off the foot. We'll now slide the right foot back to meet the left foot. So we're bringing our feet toward the torso. Both feet together. We want to press our feet as much as we can into one another. And this will activate the muscles of on the inside of the thigh and just make sure that we're not overstretching. Hands to the ankle or the shin, whatever you prefer. And we'll use a nice straight arm to help lift the chest, drop the shoulders, and extend the spine all the way through the crown of the head. Nice. All right, here we go. Knees drop with the exhale. And then inhale, lift them up. We'll do this 4 more times. Good. Using the inhale to lift. Bottom of the exhale, can we take the stretch a little further? Inhale, lift. Good. 1 or 2 more, depending on how you're feeling. We can always modify how we're doing these poses and how long we do these poses. Once you get to the one that feels like, okay, that's good, let the knees drop. But again, if there's a lot of strain on the groin, grab your blocks, prop your knees. That's okay. We always want to stretch, not a strain. And then bring the heart forward. Beautiful. Drop the chin down. And breathe here for 5 of the deepest breaths that you've taken so far. Notice if the lower back is pulling in and there's tension there. If so, try moving the belly button back toward the spine a little bit more to fill out the lower back. Good. And maybe this will help open up the spine a little more. And with that alignment comes nice extension and also more comfort. Once we get to our last breath, there's no rush. Good. We'll bring ourselves back into a seated position and push our legs away from the body. Excellent. Okay, we're going to come down onto our back next so we can come off of our blanket. However, if we have a really tight back, we may simply want to push the blanket toward the top of the mat so that we have a little pillow for our head. So find what works best for you. As we come down, we can determine whether or not we need that pillow by noticing if our chin and forehead are level with one another. If the chin is higher than the forehead, that's an excellent indication that a little cushioning behind the back of the head could bring the chin and the forehead back into balance. And then this opens up the spine. All right, once we've found a good head position, we'll slide our feet as close to the pelvis as is comfortable, and then drop our arms along our side, palms to the earth. Gripping with our fingertips, right? We can feel the shoulders roll back down and into the earth, and then pressing evenly into both feet, we'll lift just the tailbone off the ground. Good, and exhale. This really gentle pelvic rocking, inhale, lift the tailbone, and exhale, is meant to help activate the muscles of the pelvic floor. Good. And also the muscles just around our pelvis as well. We're going to do this a few more times. Exhaling, tailbone down, and inhale, lift the tailbone. What we're asking the pelvis to do is to rock around the heads of our femurs. So the very top portion of the thigh bone has 2 large knobs on the end of it that plug into your pelvis. And right now we're rocking the pelvis around those knobbly ends of our thighs bones. Good, we'll do that 1 more time. And take it down. Beautiful. Okay, ready? Now let's lift all the way up to the belly button, if your spine can do that safely. Good, inhale up to the belly button, and exhale down. Now, if we're able to peel the spine off the mat 1 vertebra at a time, and then lower it back down in reverse order, That's a great thing to be able to do for the health of the tiny little muscles that help support our spine. If that's not possible or a safe thing to do, we're going to lift the pelvis as one unit. Okay, and then when we're ready, let's take it all the way up to the base of the ribs. So where is the last rib, the lowest rib of your rib cage? Let's go up to that point. Inhaling and exhaling. So what are we doing? We're very gently opening up the front of the hips with this while strengthening the back at the same time. Okay, let's take it up to the base of our shoulder blades. So bring it up a little higher. Using that full inhale and exhale. I may be going a little fast or a little slow for you. So determine the pace that works with your breath. Bring it all the way up to the top of the shoulders, maybe the neck. And back down again. We'll do 2 more of these, bringing it up as high as you can. Notice if the arms are participating. Sometimes the arms like to just go along for the ride rather than really push and ground into the earth. And doing that will activate the muscles of the torso and shoulder. Make it a lot easier. All right, once we get to that last one, beautiful work. Let's take our knees up into the chest. Place one hand per knee, and we'll make circles to the right to massage out the sacrum and lower back. It just did a lot of work. Inhale away. Exhale down and in. We'll do 3 more circles. Once you get to your last one, you can reverse direction. Good. We're taking 5 or 6 circles in the opposite direction. Once we get to our last one, there's no rush. We'll pull the knees all the way into the body. Good. And with our hand on top of the shins, we'll press the shins into the palms and then pull the palms back into the shins so that our shoulders can drop a little wider. Nice. And now move the lower back down to the ground so the tailbone can extend a little further. 2 or 3 more breaths. Beautiful work. Okay, here we go. We're going to open up the back of the knees now by taking hold of our thighs, the belly of our thighs, and exhale. Send those heels to the ceiling. Open the back of the knees. Good. Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale, release. Inhale, knees to chest. So we have 2 more long exhale to get the most out of your stretch. Good. And it's our last one, opening the back of the knees. Let's pause here, hold on to those thighs, legs straight up. Ready? We'll point the toes and exhale, pull the toes to the knees, push through the heel. Good, and let's do this a few more times. So working our ankles and giving gravity the opportunity to pull any unnecessary fluid down out of the feet, out of the ankles, out of the calves, out of the knees. Good. One more breath in. And exhale, hug the knees back up into the shoulders. Awesome. Okay, releasing our left leg down to the ground. Good. Take hold of the belly of the right thigh by interlacing the fingers on the back of the thigh. The right shin hangs heavy, and we're going to exhale, press the left leg straight and long down into the earth. Good. Allow the elbows to hug in by your side. And as you exhale, draw the right knee to the right shoulder. Good. Continue breathing here, keeping the left leg pressing down. And if we want, we can flex the toes on both feet. Good. Extend through the heel bone. Nice. And as the right thigh pushes up into our left hand, the left hands pull back and down on the right thigh. 2 or 3 more breaths. Beautiful work. Okay, take your left hand to your right knee, so crossing diagonally over the body, the arm, and then release the right arm out to the right side, palm to the earth. We'll hang on with our right fingertips so the right shoulder remains activated. Good, inhale, big. Ready? Here we go. Let's draw our right knee over to our left side. Good, and inhale back to center. Now we can take that knee as far over to the left as we can comfortably. Just be careful not to force anything that hurts. So a stretch, not a strain. Exhale. Good. Inhale back to center. Here we go. Exhale. Nice. We'll do this one more time. Take that knee all the way over to the left. Find a place where it is comfortable hanging out. So let's say it's not all the way to the floor. Grab your block, place your block under the knee. Good, so that we're comfortable. Or maybe it's the pillow that you're using. That's great too. Breathing here. Good. Are we able to release the right shoulder a little closer to the earth? One more big breath in. Beautiful work. Bring it all the way back up. Nice job. Okay. Holding on to the belly of the right thigh, let's make sure our hip is in a good place. We'll inhale big and exhale, heel to the ceiling. Beautiful. Little circles with a straight leg now. Yes. So using the weight of the leg to help drive that femur head down into the hip socket. Just make sure it's seated properly. Other direction when you're ready. Going for about 5 circles. And when you've reached your last one, we can release the hands from the thigh, tuck the hands under the glutes, and as slow as you can, bring the leg down. And really do this slowly. Perhaps it's a few breaths before the leg releases to the earth. Once the leg is all the way down to the ground, There's no rush, but once it's there, we can slide the left foot up toward the hip. Good, and then take hold of the belly of the left thigh by interlacing our fingers on the back of the left thigh. Perfect. Pressing the right leg down into the ground, we'll pull our left shoulder, not the left shoulder, we'll pull our left knee to the left shoulder. There we go. And press the right leg down. With our elbows tucked in by our side, we keep our clavicle or our collarbones broad. Tuck the shoulder blades in a little bit more. And maybe even drop the chin down toward the throat a little further. Beautiful work. Good, releasing that. Nice job. Okay, from here, going a little bit deeper now into the back of the thigh. We'll exhale, take the heel to the ceiling. Good, and release. Exhale, heel to the ceiling. Good, and release. Two more. Exhale. And this last one, keep the legs straight and long. Good, and now for the ankle, we'll point the toes and exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale to flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. One more. Good. Working that fluid from the foot, the ankle, the knee, down toward the torso. Nice. All right, bend the knee. Taking our right hand across to the left knee, we'll bring our left hand out to the side and away from the body, fingers gripping the earth so that we know we're secure. Ready? Here we go. Exhale, take the knee across the body over to the right. Good, and then inhale back to center. So we'll do this 4 or 5 more times to help release tension that may be residing in the back of the left hip. Good, in the lower back. This is also an excellent way to help open up the outside of our left thigh. And there's no rush, but once you get to that place where you go, all right, I'm feeling good, we can take a pillow, a block, or maybe just drop the knee to the floor. Good, keep holding on with your left fingertips and release the left shoulder down toward the earth. Good, breathing here. We can always flex the feet on, so we're reaching through the heel a little more. Beautiful work. All right, let's bring that back up to center. Awesome. And then exhale, take the left leg long next to the right. Breathing into both feet, let's windshield wipe our feet back and forth. So we get this nice internal, external rotation of the thigh bone. Good. And then taking the right foot to the ground, lift the left leg all the way back up to the sky. And we'll do our little circles with the left leg in one direction. About 5. And then little circles in the opposite direction. Again, about 5. Once we've done all 5, good, we can release the left foot down to the ground. Oh, we need to do that slowly, don't we? Bring the leg back up. All right, hands under the glutes and come down as slow as you can. It can be a few breaths. Beautiful work. Okay, once both legs have dropped to the earth, let's once again windshield wipe our feet back and forth. Beautiful. So we have stretched open the back of our legs, the side of our legs, the inside of the thigh. So let's go ahead and open up the back of the thigh once again. It's what we started with, so let's get back to it. Taking our knees over to one side, we'll roll to the side and carefully bring ourselves into a comfortable seated position. Awesome. Both legs are out in front. Knees can be bent to be more comfortable. And once again, we grab strap. Taking our strap, we're going to place it across both feet now, the balls of both feet, and slide our heels just a little bit further away. Now, if having the legs straight is good for you, go for it. If having them a little bit bent helps the lower back come in and we sit up taller and straighter, this is more important than having straight legs. The spine is the most important thing. Okay, here we go. We are going to pull back on the balls of the feet, move the heart slightly forward, reach through the crown of the head. Good, and breathe here. Now, as we're breathing here, if we feel a release in the back of the legs, we can allow those heels to slide out a little further. Good, we have a few more breaths here, just moving into this posture wherever it's right for you. This is a hard posture because there's not a lot of distractions and it's a huge ask of the body. Okay, excellent work. I know. In theory, it's a simple stretch. Only in theory. Okay, here we go. We are now pulling our legs in toward the body. We're taking our left shin closer to the body, right foot to the ground, knees bent. Both hands now coming together on our right shin. We'll sit up nice and tall. Beautiful. Breathing here. Okay, now we're going to get into the outside of the hip once again, holding onto the right knee with our left hand. Good, sitting up nice and tall. Right hand can be a support by pushing the right arm down into the earth and against the back. Here we go. Rotate to the right. Left hand pressing into the outside of the right knee. Right knee pressing into the left hand so we can drop down into the right hip a little more. Good, maybe feeling a stretch up the outside of our right thigh. If you don't feel it, you can always take the foot further over. Yeah, tuck it over your thigh. One more breath in. Good job. Inhale, bring that back out and around. Now from here, we can slide the feet out, cross the ankles, knees drop down. If this is comfortable, we're going to cross more at the shin. And if that's comfortable, maybe we can do knee to ankle, knee to ankle. It's up to you. Where does it feel appropriate? And if the knees are floating, you can grab your blocks. It's always better to be supported than not supported. All right, here we go. Inhale, big, chest is open. Good, hands at the shins. And we're coming forward with the heart, not rounding forward, but with a nice flat back coming forward to get a little bit deeper into the hip. If we want an assist, we can take our hands and bring them to the top of the thighs, thumbs hugging in, fingers on the outside, and externally roll the thigh back a little bit. Good, to get a bigger release. Nice in the hip. Good. Feel free to sway the torso back and forth or whatever we need to do. And then inhale, bring that all the way back up. Nice job. Okay, you ready? Here we go. This time we're taking the right shin to the ground, the left foot to the floor. Good. Our hands wrap forward onto the shin and we pull ourselves up straight and tall as possible. Nice. If we would like to rotate, right hand to the left knee. Good. Left arm back and behind as a stabilizing support. Good. We're pulling the left knee toward the right and then pushing the left knee into the right hand. Breathing here. Only turning the head if that feels right. One more breath. Excellent work. Okay, inhale. Bring yourself out of that twist. Lower the left leg to the ground. Nice and easy. Once again, we have stacked ankles, stacked shins, or maybe ankle to knee, whatever works for you. Thumbs, if we want, we can take them and place them at the top of the thigh, using our fingers to help roll the thigh down and out as we come forward. Good. It's easy to just kind of drop the head, but we'll get more of an extension if we keep our chin slightly tucked. Good. Reach through the back of the neck. Good. Breathing here. Beautiful work. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Excellent. Okay, taking our feet back in front of the body, and we will bring our feet side saddle. Ready? Hands to the ground, coming back up onto our hands and knees. Here we are once again, just like we started. This time, bringing the belly forward. Good. Stretching the core, stretching the top of the quadricep. And then exhale, taking the hips back. Good. Stretching the front of the knee. Inhale, bring it forward. And exhale, take it back. 2 more. If that feels okay to your knees to move back and forth on them like this. Last one, here we go. And we take it back. Beautiful work. Ready? Flip the tops of the feet flat, drop the hips to the heels, and rest the forehead on the ground for child's pose. Breathing nice and deep here. We have about 5 breaths. Once we get to that last exhale, good, we'll inhale, come back up on the heels once again. Nice, stretching the front of the knee if you want by taking the fingertips behind you. Good. Turn the palm or the base of the hand forward, the fingers behind you. And then we can lean back a little bit to get a deeper stretch across the top of the quadriceps and the front of the knees. Now, if this is too much, don't do it, right? Just go to where it feels right for you. If you need a little bit more, you can turn the fingers forward and start bending the elbows back. One more big breath in, regardless of where we are. Beautiful. And then inhale out of that posture. Good. Exhale, walk the hands forward. Inhale, step your left foot through and forward to the hands. And we'll curl the back right toes under to protect the knee. We'll take some weight out of the knee. And then if you have blocks, we can grab our blocks, put them on either side of the foot. Good, at whatever height feels right to you today. And then as we exhale, we will be sinking into the back hip. Good, moving this front knee forward and trying to keep the chest lifted and open as much as possible. So here we are in our lunge pose. Opening the front of the hip. One more big breath in. Good, ready? Shift the weight back into the hips. Take your left knee down next to the right. You can move the blocks out of the way for now. Next, we'll be going into the inside of the right thigh. So kick standing out your left shin, send the right leg long. Good, push into the outer edge of that back right foot. My left hand's a little forward of my left shoulder. This will help my shoulder blade hug on to the shoulder, the back a little more. Right arm dangles, right? Bring it forward of the face and then up to the sky so we can get that rotation of our torso. Breathing here. Beautiful. So activating the inside of the thigh, getting a nice stretch across the top of our right hip. One or two more breaths here. Beautiful work. Okay, push off with the, go ahead and soften, kind of kick your hips back a little bit so we're grounded. And then see if we can come all the way up. Keeping our right foot rooted, we're then taking our right hand to the right leg and maybe moving the left arm over the head. Getting a bigger stretch now on the inside of the thigh. By keeping the outer edge of the right foot pressed down, thighs are rolling back a little bit. So feeling this kind of opening across the front of our pelvis. Good as we breathe here. So nice. Shoulders nestled on the back. Good. Beautiful job. Sweep that arm all the way back down. Pull your right foot in. Good. And we're up on the knees. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Maybe the chin lifts. Exhale, hands down into center. Beautiful. And bring our hands back down in front. Stretch the left leg long. Good. Moving our right hand just a little bit further out than the right shoulder. Sweeping the left arm in front of the face and rolling open for that extended side angle pose. The more we're able to press into the outside edge of the left foot, good, the greater opening and release we'll feel from the outside of our left hip. Keeping the shoulder blade nestled on the back. And then when we're ready, left arm rolls forward, hips kick back just a little bit to help with our balance as we come all the way up. Good. Inhale. We can take both arms to the sky if you want. Good. And then it's our left hand coming down to the left leg, right arm over in a diagonal so we can get a nicer stretch on the inside of the left thigh. Good. Inhale. Bring that arm all the way back down. Great job. Hands to the earth. Knees come in. And this time, our hips to the heels. Awesome. Good. Bringing both arms all the way up. Chin can come up as well. And then interlacing the fingers, drop the hands behind the head. Good. And let the elbows become nice and wide. The thumbs can hook underneath the base of the skull, a little bit of a lift to the skull so we can release the back of the neck. Tailbone dropping. Good. And what are we doing? We're stretching open the front of the ankles and the knees. Beautiful work. And then exhale, release the hands to your side and sweep the arms down as the forehead comes to the earth. Now the knees can come further apart from one another as we bow down into the child's pose. You can also place a block under the forehead if the head does not reach the earth comfortably. That's fine. And always a pillow in between your heels and your hips as well. Let's place the backs of our hands on our lower back, fingernails pressing, and then drop the elbows down toward the earth. One more big breath in. Beautiful work. Letting the hands drop to the feet. We'll inhale, lift the forehead off the ground. Once again, here we are in hero pose. Hands to the thighs, chin slightly tucked, and we'll just breathe here for a little bit. If this is uncomfortable, feel free to come into a seated posture. Taking the shins out from under you. Good. And just sitting cross-legged instead. One more big breath in. Beautiful work. Okay, here we go. Slide it all the way forward. And we're coming down onto the belly. Beautiful. Stretch the left arm out and away from the body. And then with the right hand, push yourself so that you roll onto your left side. We're bending the left elbow and the bottom left knee so that we're more stable. And then kicking the right heel in toward the bottom, reach back with your right hand to take hold of the right ankle. Perfect. Good. Nice deep quad stretch here. Breathing here. One more breath in. Okay, ready? Stretch the right leg out nice and long and use that to help roll onto your back. Once we're on our back, kick the right leg up and cross the right shin on top of the left thigh. Good. Push off with the left foot. Interlace the fingers on the belly of the left thigh and draw the legs down into the torso. Beautiful. Okay, as we're in this pose, elbows hug in and we're pushing up into the hands with the left thigh just a little bit. Good. The right shin is pushing into the top of the left thigh. Good. And the hands pull back and down. Toes can be flexed back, extending through the heel. lower back moving into the earth. Beautiful work. Taking both feet down to the ground. We've done the front, we've done the side. So now let's take our hands and feet to the earth. Inhale, lift the hips as high as you can. Stretch the front of the hip. Breathing here for 3 to 4 breaths. Good, and then exhale, take it all the way back down. Okay, carrying on with that same extension. Roll now to your right side, stacking knees, ankles, hips, and shoulders. And then kicking the left foot up to the glute, hold of the left ankle and open up across the front of the left quadricep. One more big breath in. Good. Release the left leg nice and long. Use that to help roll onto the back. Beautiful. Cross the left shin on top of the right thigh. And then pushing off with the right foot. We'll hold on to the belly of the right thigh. Good. Getting a nice figure 4 stretch. We can use the left elbow to push to the inside of the left thigh. Good. And drop that hip down toward the earth a little bit more. Breathing here. Feet can flex as well. One more big breath in. Beautiful work. Uncrossing the leg, pull both knees into the chest. And then release the heels or send the heels to the ceiling. Good. Hands can come to the lower back if you want, or right under the glutes for stabilization. And we'll make 5 circles with both legs in one direction. And then 5 circles in the opposite. Now there's no rush, but once you've made about 5 circles, we can lower both legs as slowly as possible down to the ground. So really take your time with this. Hopefully getting in a few breaths, if not more. And once the legs have reached the earth, we can pull the hands out from underneath the glutes. Good, and then decide, do we want to stay here for our Shavasana, or would we prefer to have our legs up a chair, up a wall, the couch, whatever feels best to you. Good, allowing our toes to flop out to the left and right, the palms to turn to the ceiling. We tuck our shoulder blades in on our back. Drop the chin in toward the throat to maybe open up the back of the neck. Good. If there's any pain in the lower back, perhaps putting the blocks or a bolster or pillows under the back of the knee to help let the lower back release. And then turning our gaze up into the forehead. We breathe into that space to help make it more expansive. Relaxing behind the backs of the eyes and the eyelids. Releasing in the nasal passage and the back of the throat. Good. Relaxing in the ears and the back of the scalp. Notice where the breathing is occurring. Is it down in the belly and diaphragm or up in the chest? Good. And see how much we can invite down into the diaphragm. Notice if we feel the back ribs participating as well. Good. If the mind is starting to wander, go back to the breath. Notice how long the inhale and exhale is. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll inhale into our fingers and toes. Or you can stay here. Exhale, wiggle the fingers and toes. We'll inhale into the wrists and ankles. Exhale, rock the wrists and ankles. Inhale into the arms and legs. Exhale, rock the arms and legs. Inhale, draw the knees into the chest. Exhale, roll to one side, stacking knees, ankles, hips, and shoulders. Good. And then with the top leg stretched nice and long, we'll come up into a comfortable seated position. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I look forward to practicing in person again soon. And I hope you feel a little bit better. Take care.